Dude, I get that calls suck, but there was no need to be an asshole with that comment.
But how am I an asshole? No one here is gay, so who cares? It's just a word.
How can you be so blind to the fact that using that word is considered insulting? Regardless of what you think, it's insulting to other people. I have friends that are gay, and what you just said would make them extremely uncomfortable.
Relax. It's not like I'm making anyone in this room uncomfortable, am I? Unless one of you guys has something to tell me.
Dude, I can't believe how ignorant you're being. You're absolutely making me uncomfortable. You blind to the fact that Rob's been sitting in the corner, quiet and uncomfortable since you started saying that? Dude, he's gay. And not only did you just offend me, but you also offended him. Shit, dude. I'm so sorry, Rob. I did not mean to out you like that. I just couldn't sit here in silence.
Wow. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I won't let it happen again.
I'm just really upset. I confided in Mike and I trusted him with my secret, and I know he was trying to defend me against Sam, but the way he went about it, he just outed me to everyone, and I feel so betrayed, and I'm really upset.
I don't know what just happened. Mike just attacked me for something I said, and then Rob got outed. I mean, that was insane. I'm so angry right now. I can't even handle what just happened.
Shit. I really did not mean to out Rob. I just needed Sam to know that what he was saying was being offensive, but I really don't think I went about it the right way.
I really don't know what just happened, because Mike just totally roasted Sam and then outed Rob, and it got kind of weird, and that definitely wasn't the right way to handle it.
Emotional mastery on your part is important in a situation like this. On the one hand, you have to manage any interpersonal projection you may experience. Projection happens when feelings you have about past situations are put onto current situations because they are similar. You know that your friend Rob is gay, and this may trigger an anger reaction in you when Sam says something offensive, because you might remember stories you've heard about poor treatment of gay people, or something Rob told you about a time when he was discriminated against because of his sexual orientation. The anger and hurt you still feel from those situations may be transferred onto Sam and cause you to say something you regret, even though you know he didn't mean any harm. One way to handle this is to use the name and claim technique. For example, you are able to recognize the anger and associate it with the situations in your past, not the one in the present. Another way to manage this projection is to recognize that you can handle this situation now better than you could handle the ones in the past. You are now equipped with the knowledge and resources, which you may not have had back then. There are a few things that you should keep in mind to prepare yourself emotionally before a confrontation. For example, if you attribute blame to the other person and perceive the situation as stable and impossible to change, as opposed to fluid and evolving, research shows that you will make more mistakes and have lower relational satisfaction with that person. Make sure that before any confrontation, you see the other person through a lens of optimism and not of anger or unwillingness to change. This will help you avoid becoming emotionally triggered and engaging in destructive and defensive behavior.
Oh, come on, ref. That call was so gay.
Hey man, that call really sucked, but did you mean what you just said?
What? None of you guys are gay, and I have plenty of gay friends, and they wouldn't be offended. It's just a word.
I know it might seem like I'm being annoying, dude. I don't mean to be. I didn't mean to make you seem like an ass. I know you don't mean to be offensive, and I've definitely used that word more than you in the past. Last year, though, my friend from home came out to me, and he told me how much it hurt him every time I used that word in a derogatory manner. I still feel guilty about it, and I wouldn't want you to come off in the wrong way.
Wow, that's so rough. I'm sorry.
It's cool, man. Don't worry about it. But if you're interested, I did some research, and I could show you later. It really opened my eyes.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Social mastery is the way you go about confronting the other person without offending or threatening their face. Mike wants to protect Rob, who may be offended by this comment, without hurting Sam. They need to let Sam know that the issue is not him, but his behavior. This conversation was skillful because of the social mastery exemplified by Mike. He was able to get his point across and have Sam see what he did wrong without threatening his face in any way. Sam was apologetic and told the group that he did not realize he was being offensive. Mike offered advice at the end, which could have been taken as a face threat. However, he said it in a way that made it seem more like a suggestion than advice. The way that the offer was presented allowed for Sam to take the advice while having the idea that this choice is completely in his own hands. Mike also uses personal narrative. Although he is lying about who the friend is to cover for someone in the group, he explains that he does not want someone to think poorly of Sam for this comment. The personal narrative is a good way to prove a point while saving Sam's face.
I didn't realize what I said could offend someone so much, but I'm glad Mike pointed it out before I say it in front of someone I don't know and just sound like a complete asshole.
I'm really happy that Mike stood up for me in a way that no one had to find out our secret. Sam really needed to know what he was doing was wrong.
I really didn't mean to make Sam sound like an ass, but I needed him to know that what he was saying was offensive to other people. And I'm glad that he took my advice well.
It was kind of weird being in the middle of all that drama, but I think Mike handled it pretty well.
When you are confronting someone, there are strategic ways to construct your message. Remember that you can see the confrontation as a team collaboration, where you're really trying to work through the issue together. You can diffuse their fears by exhibiting mutual respect and letting them know that you're not trying to tear them down, but just to tell them a little bit more about the issue. Emphasize that you have mutual goals. Make sure that they know that you're not trying to threaten their face, and show that you care about their relationship. You can ask questions, and you can invite collaboration and action on their part. You want to do all that you can to diffuse defensiveness. Anticipate that they may have a bit of a poor reaction at first. You can describe their reaction and ensure that that's not your intention. And then you can explain your actual intention as part of the confrontation. Finally, you can share a story to relate the goals back to the problem and make them see how they can continue to work on it.
Hey, remember when I told you about the research that I did on this earlier?
Yeah.
Can I show you a video real quick?
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you like this top? It's so gay.
Really?
Yeah, it's totally gay.
You know, you really shouldn't say that.
Say what?
Well, say that something's gay when you mean it's bad. It's insulting. What if every time something was bad, everybody said, "Oh, that's so girl wearing a skirt as a top"?
Oh, you are.
Those are cute jeans, though. When you say that's so gay, do you realize what you say? Knock it off.
Yo, check out this chef, right? Right? That's so gay. That's really gay. Dude, look at those pants.
Please don't say that.
What?
Don't say that something is gay when you mean that something is dumb or stupid. It's insulting. It's like if I thought this pepper shaker was stupid and I said, man, this pepper shaker is so 16-year-old boy with a cheesy mustache. Just saying. When you say that's so gay, do you realize what you say? Knock it off.